A law apprenticeship enables someone leaving secondary school to move straight into a paid, full-time professional career without first having to go to university full-time for 3 or 4 years. So instead of going to university full-time, an apprentice doing law will learn on the job, spending around 80% of their time at a law firm or other organisation in a paid role, and the remaining 20% of the time studying at university for a law degree. So it's roughly 4 days a week working and 1 day a week studying. So let's look at the two main types of apprenticeship in the legal sector that you're likely to come across. The first is the solicitor apprenticeship. The solicitor apprenticeship is a 6-year program over which time you basically learn on the job and eventually qualify as a solicitor. Fairly obviously, the end destination is exactly the same in terms of career prospects and progression. It's exactly the same as if you'd gone to university and done the traditional law degree. So to be eligible for a solicitor apprenticeship, you need 3 Bs at A level as well as 5 GCSEs graded A star to C, and those GCSEs must include maths and English. So over the 6 years you'll develop your skills but also gain a law degree, as we mentioned. So you don't lose out at all, you actually get all the professional qualifications that you would if you did the previous traditional route. Interestingly, the solicitor apprenticeship also includes training to pass the new solicitors qualifying exam, which is going to replace the GDL and LPC as the assessment that everyone is going to need to pass in order to qualify as a solicitor in 2021. For more about the solicitors qualifying exam, the SQE, head to Law Careers Net. We've got lots of information there. We've also done another video explaining what that is and what it could mean for you. Now let's look at the paralegal apprenticeship. This is a 24-month or 2-year program, so much shorter than the solicitor apprenticeship, and it doesn't end with a formal qualification. It just trains you up on the job to eventually practice as a paralegal, which is a kind of legal support role in law firms and other organisations, which in the day-to-day reality of the job can actually be very, very similar to the job of the solicitor. To be eligible for the paralegal apprenticeship, you also need 5 GCSEs graded A star to C, and those GCSEs have to include maths and English, and you also need 3 A levels graded a minimum of B or above. So as well as being open to school leavers who have just done their 3 minimum A levels, the paralegal apprenticeship is also open to existing paralegals and people in legal admin roles. So you might see a real mix of people on the apprenticeship if you go down that route. And also there are many different options that you can explore in the apprenticeship itself. Paralegals tend to specialise in a certain area of law, and the paralegal apprenticeship enables you to do that by, for example, pursuing civil litigation or property law. So where do you actually find apprenticeship vacancies to apply for? Well, apprenticeship vacancies are actually provided by the employers themselves, law firms, other companies and so on, which employ lawyers as part of what they do. For example, media companies like the BBC have a big legal division and they do apprentices, as do ITV, the private sector competitor to the BBC, just as an example. So to find the vacancies, they're listed on jobs boards and various places. The first place you should look is here with us on Law Careers Net. We have an apprenticeships jobs board on our site, which is regularly updated with apprenticeship opportunities. You can also look at the websites of universities and law schools that provide the teaching part of the legal apprenticeships with the various employers that they're partner with. So for example, the University of Law runs apprenticeships for several top law firms, so you can find vacancies to apply for there. And also Silex Law School has a big stake in the apprenticeship space, and you can find apprenticeship vacancies at specific law firms and other companies and organisations to apply for there. All apprenticeships are also advertised on the National Apprenticeships Board website. Just Google National Apprenticeships Board and you can find a whole list of vacancies there. They're not all law apprenticeships on there, they're apprenticeships in all kinds of sectors, so you'll just need to use the search term legal apprenticeship, law apprenticeship, and so on to find the apprenticeships vacancies you need on that site. Finally, to find out more, please head to LawCareers.net and read the Law Apprenticeships Guide, our specialist publication all about apprenticeships, which will give you much more guidance on all the information you need, the different apprenticeships available and so on. You can read that online on our site, and print copies are also available from schools and careers services, so they're free as well.